Kings and Queens, it's Queen Tajay, and I am back with another video. And in this video, it will be my story time, one of my official story times. I know I'm greasy. I know I look tired. I know my head look a mess. It's been a long day. Okay, so this story time is about how a client peed or urinated in my chair. Matter of fact, I don't even need quotations because it's the truth. She urinated in my chair. She was a new client, and she had booked me and canceled several of her appointments. I think about 5 times in a row. And if I have screenshots of everything, I would definitely put it in here, because sometimes I keep some messages but not all of them. I don't know, I just like to get my numbers down but not technically delete everything. So this is actually recently. This was June 12th. So she had constantly booked me and canceled, but because I was so busy, I was so busy doing other things that I didn't have a chance to ban or block her. Normally, and it says this in my policies, if you continuously book and cancel, I'm going to block you from booking, so that I won't get my hopes up, think you're coming, and then the last minute you cancel on me, and that's money that I could have made with someone else. So because I was so busy, I was unable to block her. And then the last time, I think it was like her 6th time, she scheduled an appointment and I sent the confirmation because it was too late. And I noticed again, like, she's a new client, so I might just be nice. Always stick to your policies, always stick to your procedures, always stick to the code when it comes to your business. So because I'm so nice, I sent her a confirmation email and a text message. She did not reply to either one of them. And this is within 24 hours. Well, a little less than 24 hours before her appointment. So I waited a couple hours, almost a full day, and she hadn't replied to me. So I canceled, and she was blowing up my phone, but I was busy again because I work and have 2 businesses now, so I was unable to answer. But she was kind of upset, which I understand because she's new. She's like, why did you cancel my appointment, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm like, I sent you a confirmation, you never replied. She was like, oh, I didn't know that I was supposed to reply, which it says that I'm going to send you a confirmation and I need you to reply back. Just by the context of that text and email, you can tell that you're supposed to say something back. But again, I was being nice, so I said, okay, I will just keep that day available for you. And then what I can also do is just give you some free nail art for the trouble. Again, I don't want to lose a new client, but you can't always think about that because some clients just aren't worth it. So fast forward to her appointment with me, and she comes like, I think like 5 minutes late, which is, you know, after 10 minutes, I'm canceling your appointment. So she showed up 5 minutes late, but she got lost, so that's reasonable because how it is around my house. And so she comes in. When I have a client, I always explain to them what I'm doing. If you're a new client, I explain everything, and if you're a continuous client, I explain certain things, like if your nails are doing good, if they're doing bad, if I need to switch a product or not. So for her nails were pretty healthy, dirty, but they were healthy. And you know, I think a lot of people expect nail techs to clean up under their nails, which honestly, I'm one of those nail techs who don't mind, especially if I'm wearing gloves. I really don't mind cleaning their nails. So fast forward to me actually doing her nails. I'm explaining to her, we're having great conversations, and she said, hey, you know, I have to use the restroom. It's not funny. She said, hey, I have to use the restroom. So I said, okay, you know, go ahead. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I was trying to wait on you. I said, no, we're all adults. go to the restroom, just let me know and I'll stop in the middle of what I'm doing and you can go to the restroom. And I do that because I'm the type of person, I'm not messing up my bladder or the inside of my body for anybody. If I have to go to the restroom and I'm doing a client, they're just going to have to wait or they can go somewhere else, because that can mess up your kidneys and everything else. Don't have time for it. So, just being compassionate and showing, being a kind person. I'm like, okay, you can go ahead to the bathroom. She goes to the restroom, she comes back, she sits for about 10 minutes. Say I have to go to the bathroom again. I have to pee. I said, okay, let me finish this one nail and then you can go. Because at that point, I'm prepping. Once I prep, I only prep once. So what that means, I'm cleaning up your cuticles, I'm removing the shine from your natural nail plate, I'm applying my dehydrated primer and my protein bond, and then applying a thin layer of that acrylic on top of that nail tip that I've already laid. So once I do that, then you can go to the bathroom, because I'm not prepping again. And that's for anybody, because a lot of people like to eat, a lot of people like to move, a lot of people think they know what they're doing and they really don't. So that's just a rule of mine. But since I can see that she had to go to the restroom, for real, you could tell she actually had to go to the restroom. I told her yes. So I finished that nail. She went to the restroom. She came back. So I start laying down her acrylic and everything. I already did a clear coat of that acrylic. Next, I'm going in with her nude, and then she had a rainbow nail that I freestyled. I just did something that wasn't going to cost me too much as a business, but I knew that I was going to make that right back. If I did my job correctly, she would tip me. But don't always accept the tip, but I always get tips, honestly. So, she finally sits down and she starts moving and moving. And I'm like, do you have to go to the restroom? She's like, oh no, I'm like, you sure? She's like, no, I don't want to keep getting up. And so I said, you can keep getting up because you're grown. Like, even if you weren't grown, like, I'm just one of those people, if I have to go to the bathroom, I have to go to the bathroom. Kid or adult, you not messing up my kidneys. That's just how I think. I don't care where I'm at. I could be meeting the president. Don't care. I gotta go to the bathroom. So she said no. And then I just kept doing my job. I told her, hey, you're going to have to stop moving because you're going to mess up my shaping and my filing. I can only do so much. If you move too much or move a certain way, or you're turning like this because you have to urinate, then that's going to mess up my work and it's not going to be the best. She's like, oh, it looks good to me, but yeah, I have to go. After I already asked her several times, I said, okay, go to the bathroom. She comes back. This time, I say about like 20 minutes later. It's taking me a little minute. Now, as you all know, it takes me exactly 2 hours to do some nails, because I'm always doing designs and prepping, and normally I soak off with that. So 2 hours tops. I haven't done over 2 hours in a couple of years, which I'm proud of because I used to take too long. But it's taking me some time. So 20 minutes later, she's moving. I ask her if she has to go to the restroom again, and this time I'm actually moving, applying my acrylic. She starts moving again. I ask her if she has to go to the restroom. She says no. I let her know that I do not have a problem. You could get up as many times as you want. Again, because you're grown, I'm always going to throw that in there. You don't have to, ask me for permission. Just let me know, hey, I have to go to the restroom, and then I can stop what I'm doing and you can go to the restroom. So she says no again. So I completely finished with her nails. I did warn her again about her moving a lot, because again, that can mess up my shaping. A lot of the times y'all think, oh, this nail tech can't shape these nails. No, that person was moving. That person was eating and being disrespectful at their desk. And I'm only going to tell you so many times to stop moving, because I want this set to be perfect, but I can only do what I can. Okay, and I have another time about when I did a celebrity's nails, and she was moving and literally had a problem that her nail set didn't come out right, and I never posted it. Actually, I posted it and then deleted it because I knew, like, hey, this person was moving. This nail isn't perfect like it should be. But anyways, I warned her about the shaping and, applying that acrylic. She said she loved it. Me as a nail tech, I know how it's supposed to look. So I finally, you know, lay her acrylic, file, shape, apply her top coat, and I gave her free crystals, y'all. A free nail design and crystals, all because of a mistake that was really her fault. Child. So after I'm done, she pays me. I offer her a bottle of water because when my clients come into my house, if they're coming to me, I offer them a bottle of water. She declined when she first got there, so that's fine. So once she got up, I said, hey, do you want your bottle of water? I made it. I got it for you. I made sure that it was cold. But if you like room temperature water, I also have that, and I'll just, get you a room temperature. She said, yes, I'll take that now. And she grabs it. So as I'm walking her out, I see a huge pee stain on the back of her butt and halfway down her leg. Not halfway down her leg, but you know how when kids urinate on themselves, you can tell that they actually sat in it. Whereas if they urinated while standing up on themselves and they didn't have like a pull-up or diaper, it'll run down their leg. So you can definitely tell if someone urinated while sitting down or they urinated while standing up trying to get to the restroom. And so I'm walking her out, but I didn't want to say anything because I instantly got upset, and I also didn't want to embarrass her. So my aunt was sitting on the couch and she saw it as well. So I walked the woman out and I told her to drive safe, and then I went in the house. And then I looked at my aunt and she said, did she just, I said, yeah. I said, definitely. So I sat back in my nail area and I sat there for about 20 minutes. And I was so upset I had to call my mom, which you all know my mom is in a different state. I called my mom and I was just asking her, like, am I wrong for being upset or frustrated? Because I asked this woman if she had to go to the restroom again, and she said no. Excuse me. She said no. So am I in the wrong? My mom said, no, you're not in the wrong. And why would she do that? Like, she's grown, she could have at least told you. But I also understand she probably was embarrassed, which I can also get that too. But if I'm asking you and giving you that leeway, you literally have no excuse. So I sat there for about 20 minutes and I was so upset. I was so upset to the point I sat there for 20 minutes and then I got some more gloves. First I cleaned off my nail table and cleaned my tools, and then I went back to clean the chair by hand. So I had to put on gloves, get a sponge, soap, water, and I couldn't add any bleach because it would have dyed my chair. So I put what is it? Not Comet, but what is it, y'all? The stuff you put in the freezer. And Arm & Hammer. Yeah, Arm & Hammer. That powder stuff, I mixed that all together and just started scrubbing. And once I started scrubbing, I smelled that urine. Okay, so let me read this text message. First, I have to find her. Okay. And then also she lied about not knowing, because you can, like I said, you can clearly tell when someone urinates on themselves while sitting down or they do it standing up. So I said, hey, I noticed you had a wet spot when I walked you out after your service. Did you urinate in my chair? My chair had urine in it. Please advise me next time. I allowed you to get up more than 3 times. I did not have a problem. I'm in the process of getting it cleaned as we speak. And basically, she wrote a long paragraph, but basically she said, No, I didn't urinate in your chair. When I got up the last time to go to the restroom, some came out and got in my pants. And maybe since my pants was a little wet, it transferred into your chair. Trust me, I am not that nasty lady going around urinating in people's chairs. And she basically just reiterated that. I'm reading it still just so I don't get her words mixed up or make this one-sided. So she said maybe I should have taken some medicine or go to the restroom before I came. And then she said she'll send me $50 and she apologized. So I said, honestly, the reason why I'm reading mine, because again, she wrote like 3 long paragraphs. Like, her paragraphs are longer than mine. So, I said, I'm not upset about the urine. It's that you didn't tell me. No need to feel embarrassed at all. Things happen and thank you. I don't want you to feel attacked, but you should feel comfortable letting me know. I hope you're able to understand that I'm actually a kind person and will not hold this against you. I appreciate your support. And she said, yeah, I appreciate that. And basically she's sending the $50 now and hopefully she covers it. So that happened. And again, this woman found me on Instagram. Like I said, you can tell it was a lie because, again, you know, how the urine was. But again, honestly, I wasn't too upset then. Because I'm like, okay, I'll scrub it. And then she offered to pay for it, even though it honestly wasn't enough, because I looked it up and it was like, yeah, nah, that's fabric, the cushion is the old chair, designer chair, blah, 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 whatever. But it was just the thought that counts, because she didn't have to send me an extra $50. Honestly, she didn't. And then she booked me again. I said, hello, Keena. This is Tajay from Sadiddy City Nails, confirming your 11 a.m. appointment for tomorrow. Also, please respond with the color you would like your medium length full set to be. Now, at this time, I was not doing fill-ins because I had to wait for a bit to come, because the bit that I was using to do my fill-ins was so dull to the point that I can use it on my skin or my natural nail and it will feel like nothing. It'll feel like a pillow just on my skin or on my nail plate. So I knew if I was going to try to do a fill-in, it wasn't working. So I took it off my site and I put it in my highlights and I put it on my website in my policies area, because my policies is at the top and then it shows the services and the time of my services. So let's get back to this part of the story. She said, hello, I only need a fill-in tomorrow. Fill-ins are not on my site for a reason. It's in my highlights. I made a post about it. And it's in my policies. And I actually told them today that I would start back doing fill-ins. And that day was the day after it arrived from Amazon, which was going to be sometime that following week after her appointment. So, you know, and I didn't have the tools, which also made me get more cuticle pushers, just in case I do not have a nail bit for my e-file. I can at least do it by hand, but I haven't done a lot of things by hand since I learned how to do the e-file, and that's just how I work. So she said, hello, I only need a fill-in tomorrow. Your website didn't have a option for fill-in and cut down. I am not sure yet of the color. It did have cut down, but again, you basically, if you're gonna get a cut down, you should might as well get a fill if you have that new growth, which again I put under the picture of a cut down. And for the fill-in, it was in the policies. So I said, yeah, I stopped doing fills and until the 1st, because my bits was going to be to my house. the day before the 1st. I said, yeah, I stopped doing fields until the 1st, but okay, let me know beforehand so I can set up. I just figured, hey, I'll just have to do it by hand and just make sure I explain to her. She said, if you are not offering fill until the 1st, I think that should be placed on your site. It was. So your clients will know. Thank you, but you can cancel my appointment for tomorrow. I said, okay, will do, and you're welcome. And then I blocked her on everything. Facebook, Instagram, and my phone, because what you're not going to do is disrespect me when you didn't even comprehend anything that I had on my website. Excuse me. And this is why a lot of people are so strict with their rules and tell people not to DM or message them or either text them, because people do not read. If you read it, you would have seen on my site, it was in this, but I removed it because this was a while ago. This is my policies. And then I also have, if you don't want to read all of that, the first thing you click is a picture of my policies. Right? And this is why I had, hey, I'm not doing fill-ins for right now, but you can still get a cut down if you would like. If this, I'm basically explaining. But she did not read that. So to you, it's not on my site because you didn't take time out to read. And then I was nice enough to reply, because honestly, it's annoying when you have several people asking you the same thing when all they have to do is read. Reading is fundamental, okay? And as adults, we have to learn how to read. As teenagers, we have to learn how to read. As minorities, we need to learn how to read, okay? Everybody needs to learn how to read. I don't care who you are. But she didn't, and that was the problem. You're attacking me because you didn't do your part as a client. But here are some of my rules. You must book on my site. $20 non-refundable fee to Sadiddy City Nails on Cash App or PayPal. Must send after 1 hour of booking on site. Add name. Address will be sent 24 hours before appointment. Remainder due at appointment. Cash app, card. Please let me know in advance. And PayPal. No extra guests. No call, no shows will be blocked from booking. 1 reschedule per deposit. After 1 reschedule, new deposit is required. 10-minute grace period. After 10 minutes, appointment is canceled and a new deposit is required to reschedule. I do not do same day appointments. Why? Because I am doing everything from the house now. So you can't just walk into my house and ask me to do your nails, and I have roommates and people I stay with. That's inconsiderate. I do not work over others' work nor offer SNS due to health reasons. It's been a lot of people whose fingernails have fallen off and contacted me because they normally do SNS and they want me to do something else over it because they don't like the fact that they're walking around with no nails. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Come with bare hands unless you have booked for a soak-off. Please do not text, call, or message outside the hours of 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Why? Because I've had people call me 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Unacceptable. So it's sad, but I have to put that. Yes, I travel for anything over $150. Can be more than one person, 2+ people who are getting serviced. So that's just like an example. I travel to Stone Mountain, Lithonia, and Conyers, Georgia. If you are further, please contact me and I will try to work with you. When traveling, I only bring my products and table. Please provide 2 chairs. Masks are required. If you are sick, please cancel your appointment. If I am sick, I will do the same. Now, that is my current policy, but before that, I definitely put that I was not doing fill-ins. And for you to come at me like that, Of course, she's not going to see that, but I'm talking to y'all. And for someone to come at you like that, it definitely makes you feel some type of way, because I did not have to be as nice as I was from the beginning. You booked me several times and you canceled on me. Like, I believe it was 6 times. I don't want to lie to y'all. So let's see. Booked me over, oh, my phone dying. Booked me over 6 times and canceled on me. Finesse me out of a design, but that's okay. You urinated in my chair, and then you get an attitude about how I do my business when you can't even do great business and conduct your bladder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry. All these red things, she canceled. 1, 2. Oh, she canceled that too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that is 6. It just together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You canceled 6 times. You urinated in my chair, and I am the problem. And this is why it's important to have tough skin as just a normal person, period, but definitely in this industry. And you also want to make sure that you are clear with your rules. I am not telling my clients to do anything that I would not do. If I'm coming to your house to do your full set and you say that you want a 3:30 appointment, I should be outside your house by 3:15, 3:20, okay? And if I text you and you say you're not ready yet for me to come in, then I can stand outside. That does not mean that you are late or I am late, okay? That's called being on time, okay? If I say, hey, I'm not comfortable doing this, I'm not comfortable. The same way people say, hey, I'm not comfortable getting these really long nails. I thought, I was going to get some medium length. It's a little too long for me. My apologies. Let me know exactly where you want me to cut so I can cut your length to what you want. I show respect, okay? And I deserve to get it. So that is my story time. Hopefully you all like it. Next time I do something, I will have a better background. It's literally, what time is it? It's 1:45 in the morning. Also, shops@DiddyCityNails.com. I am now selling vegan lip gloss, and I'm also currently practicing veganism. And I'm also selling press-on nails on there, so check that out. But yeah, it's 1:45 in the morning. I know I look crazy. I'm actually just getting settled. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click on that notification bell so you know when I post. And please make sure that you set boundaries in your regular day life and in your business so no one can feel comfortable disrespecting you in any way, shape, or form. Okay? I could have said, hey, if you look at the policy, you'll see why I said what I said. But I didn't do that. What I did was cancel her appointment like she asked, and then I blocked her on everything because I don't need your nastiness or your rudeness anywhere in my life. And it is okay to do that. That's not called being unprofessional. That's called protecting your energy. And as a human being, that is very important for you to protect your energy, your space, your area. So, thank you, y'all. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.